Hello and welcome back to Mostly Superheroes here in the basement in St. Louis, Missouri. I'm your host, Logan Janis, and we're live on our YouTube channel, Instagram, and Facebook. We're doing it here on Wednesday, September 3rd. You might be on your lunch break. You might be hanging out and have a second to maybe win a few contest prizes. We're going to be doing that. And as I'm setting up the stream and as things are happening, there's so much going on this week, not just with the podcast, but here in St. Louis. And we have some big news to share with a big event coming up. And while I'm getting all this together, there's this breaking news in the DC universe. So we're going to break it. I'm your host, Logan Janis. You can watch for another episode. We're going to go live again this week on Thursday. That's tomorrow, September 4th, around 5 p.m. or so with me, Arena Andy, Scotty Scoop, and Sam the Sleeper. just for a good old sesh. So you'll be able to join us live in the chat, just like you can right now. And we want to hear from you. We want to see you then. And then today, there's just so much going on that I want to do it. But it's going to be a good time. We have 2 contests for you. So, this is a great opportunity for you to just hang out, get in the comments. We're going to take it nice and easy here on a Wednesday after the Labor Day holiday. Not near enough days off for Labor Day. One day, government. I just don't think one day is quite enough. Maybe like Labor Week would be cool. Labor Month. I'm just throwing out ideas. But welcome back to Mostly Superheroes. Let's have a good time. Superman. Yeah, see it. It's on digital. It's in theaters. Go see it. Also, Peacemaker season 2. Go see it. In the world of DC Universe, we have breaking news from James Gunn himself, St. Louis legend, of course, writer-director on Superman, Peacemaker, and the co-CEO next to Peter Safran of DC Studios has just made a public announcement on X is where we're referring to. We have a sequel, folks. It's not Superman 2. It's Man of Tomorrow in theaters July 8th, 2026. I mean, this is breaking news. He's tweeting a image of Lex Luthor in like one of his classic big power suits, and you got Superman right next to him, just hanging out. And it's just an animated, from the comics, maybe an artist. They got an artist tagged here, and this is, I mean, it's got over 400,000 views on X. It's being reshared. The community's already going nuts about it. The Giggler, to quote him, formerly the Giggler, now Arena Andy, he said, James Gunn, he said that he previously said this publicly and that it's not going to be flat out called Superman 2. And this is now confirmed. So get ready for Man of Tomorrow. And I love the title. Isn't that is that the Grant Morrison title, Man of Tomorrow? Like the inspiration for the tone and the style of this David Cornsweet Superman is it Grant Morrison's Man of Tomorrow, I believe. I think I even just borrowed that one from Scotty. I think it's, and then that's going to be the name of the sequel. So the DC universe is already growing. The news is broken. Let us know what you think about this in the comments, and write us in at mostlysuperheroes.com. Listen to us in your podcast app. Search Mostly Superheroes. And not only do we help break news like this, which we're really excited to do, this has got me excited. Of course, the DC universe is growing. We've already got a sequel, so it's going down. All right, so we are going to now talk about a contest we have coming up because you can get some free tickets to a show. And hold on one second, texting back. This is the live show now, so I don't mind telling you if you're tuning in like to our YouTube channel, our Facebook, our Instagram. Carrie has to make sure that she can use our shared Zoom account tomorrow. So if you're if you're a freelancer and you understand the worlds of sharing accounts to save costs, I need to let her know that yes, that's totally cool. This is real life, folks, and this allows her to make a schedule. So you're getting the inside baseball here at Kerrigan Studios. We're here. The basement, man, looks so great. We have a lot of great stars and guests and people from our community coming in, and it just looks so good down here. The green room, we've got the beer fridge stocked with 4 hands and some second shift, and there's just posters everywhere. Like, it's just so much. So hopefully we can, get you some more footage. We've been putting out more footage of the studio on our social media channels so you can see it and be along for the ride. We want you to see like how this, I've been calling this like version 8 of the studio. And there's so much stuff coming along. So in regards to good stuff coming along, I promised you a contest. Avatar: The Last Airbender is in concert at the Fabulous Fox September 14th. All right. It's going to be a really magical night. The show is coming back to St. Louis again, but with more surprises. And I know this personally because we got to work with the Fox to help promote the show. We want you to go get your tickets at fabulousfox.com. And of course, we're giving away 2 free tickets, and we only have 2 left. I've been giving them away this week. I'm waiting on a winner to get back to me, but they missed the deadline of last night. So we're moving on. And that means, you get a chance. So we want to see you in the chat. We see you on YouTube, Funko Pop Portraits. Really happy to have you in the chat saying, yay, more Superman. We're going to keep this contest going. Don't worry. Yeah, let's just go back to it. More Superman, Man of Tomorrow. The sequel is here. And we already have another Superman movie to count down to. Like, yeah, I bought this movie on digital as soon as it came out. I've rewatched it 3 times. Carrie has happily joined me for at least 1.5 of those. You know, now I'm showing her really how big of a nerd I am when there's a new thing out, when I really love it. This is when you know, is because you can just keep going back. I've watched all the extra features, and it's good stuff. And now there's Man of Tomorrow. So yeah, we're really excited about it. And then we have another contest up for grabs too. So we'll bounce around a little bit today. We want to keep, like, we call it changing rooms around here. So, like, we'll just keep it moving. September 20th is Team Jakey's flagship cornhole event and family fundraiser. It's a whole mix of things with a helicopter landing, an FBI SWAT presentation, 2 bounce houses, a magician, a photo bus, a drill team presentation, amazing raffles, amazing silent auction, and an all you can eat and drink experience. And if you're 21 plus, that means, yeah, some beers and some drinks. We've got partners like Four Hands Brewing Company, premier beverage company, coming in and helping us out, along with a lot of other friends and donations. And you can still sign up to attend. You can play cornhole or not. You can just play raffles. It's $30 at the door just to get in and get the whole experience. You get the all you can eat and drink, and then you can play raffles. That's we're gonna do $30 at the door. And then we give you a deal if you use the website. I do sit on the board with Team Jakey, working to end the stigma of mental illness. And at teamjakey.org, you can learn more about this event. You can also sign up to volunteer. You can sign up to be a sponsor. We still have sponsorships left where you can get your name or logo, like, in the field. This has really become more of a festival than just a cornhole tournament. And we're going for that vibe. It's going to be big. It's going to be it's at the Knights of Columbus in Florissant, Missouri, September 20th, and it's all at teamjakey.org. And we know that budgets are tight, so we want to give away tickets to this event, of course. So if you want to enter to win, we have it listed at mostlysuperheroes.com/contests. You can also just send a note in at teamjakey.org, and those make it to my inbox, and just mention my name or mention Mostly Superheroes and say you're trying to get some free tickets to the event. It is cheaper on the website to get your ticket. So I mentioned $30 at the door. It's $25 on the website. Might be a little closer to your budget. And then again, if you'd like some help, just please reach out. We want to get you there. It's a family-friendly community event where everyone can have fun. There's something to do for everybody. You heard the laundry list of things, and we have all those things listed and available at teamjakey.org and the contest up as well. So we are ending the stigma of mental illness, getting comfortable with the uncomfortable with Team Jakey. And we're super proud of the work they do here in the St. Louis area and beyond. All right, the other contest we have going up, again, September 14th. This is a week before the Team Jakey event. Catch Avatar: The Last Airbender in concert and hear from the conductor of the show. We just dropped our interview with Emily Marshall, and she's worked on this project, Avatar: The Last Airbender, also Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in concert, Naruto, Clueless, man, just a list. And you can learn more at Emily Marshall Music.com and follow Emily Marshall Music on Instagram. But check out the interview on Mostly Superheroes. Get your tickets to Avatar: The Last Airbender at fabulousfox.com. And we have 2 tickets up for grabs. So you can get in the chat. You can comment while we're here. You can also enter at mostlysuperheroes.com/contest. This is an amazing show. Scotty Scoop will be there. And it's a good time. Okay, let's keep it moving. One other thing that I've watched recently, let's just do a little, like, what you watching. And DC, okay? Like, DC's back. I mean, it's like Imagine how everyone felt when the Christopher Reeve movie first came out. Like, I'm having like that kind of vibe. Like, it's happening. Like, this Superman movie's here. I love it. I like James Gunn's style. It's got me in the, and then it has me looking back at some of the stuff that I used to love, which was the Arrowverse. The CW that really did a good job with their crossovers. What, 9, 10 seasons of The Flash. I love the first 5. I think we're all kind of there. And then Arrow, I won't speak for everyone, but I just think, the show just kind of fell off for me personally. The beginning was like unbelievable. And then Arrow, which really kicked it all off, Oliver Queen, he was like, that show came at the same time, like kind of a Smallville was coming to a close, and they had done their own thing with Arrow and the Justice League and stuff. They did a good job in Smallville too with bringing in these characters. But Arrow really kicked it off. And what, 9 seasons? I think good A to Z. I mean, even on their roughest day, Arrow was pretty fun. It's a lot of TV. It's like 24 episodes, prime time. And then what, we got Legends of Tomorrow, we have Supergirl, there was Black Lightning. Yeah, there was all these. Then they did Stargirl. I mean, at that point, it felt like it was maybe growing some. And and there's just so much out there to watch in this universe. Like we mentioned, all those seasons, 24 episodes a pop. I can't watch all of them. I've realized like that's just too much of a go back, and even me who watches Lost 20 plus times. So what I did was I pulled out the crossover episodes, and that proved to me like I find those more enjoyable than like Batman for Superman, like way more enjoyable than I would say like the Justice League. Yeah, and then the Snyder Cut. There was more in the Snyder Cut, but it was just kind of just more like this. These crossovers. First, it's the Elseworlds. They do Elseworlds part 1, 2, and 3, where you have to watch the Flash, one episode, the Arrow, one episode, and Supergirl, one episode. And if you watch just those 3 episodes, just 3, it's one movie. And there's little things that you feel like you might not know from the main shows because they have to like connect it a little bit. But overall, they just kind of ignore the rest of their show and they do this Elseworlds. And then they continue that with Crisis on Infinite Earths, which, right, I mean, I'm about to wrap it up. It's a total of like 5 or 6 TV episodes. And so it's not too overwhelming. There's also, we'll link this up, and I think we shouted it out on our Instagram. The Screen Rant, of course. If you follow any of this stuff, you've probably heard of Screen Rant. I like them, and they have an article on their website that just kind of shows you exactly what episodes to watch. Like I had to have my phone out, which was also kind of fun too. You're kind of like playing this puzzle, and I'll also help you with some of the pieces. Like I was able to watch most of the episodes on Netflix. The only one I couldn't watch on Netflix was one episode of Batwoman that's on HBO Max. So for one episode out of the 6, I had to bounce over to HBO, find that one episode, and then watch it. No big deal. Like this is still like I'm not paying anything additional outside of my streaming services. And I can get into a whole thing about that. I was on Apple. I asked it to show me these episodes. It said, yeah, you can buy them, 3 a piece or $100 for every episode of The Flash. I was like, was it anywhere else? And it's like, no, nowhere else. You gotta, better buy it. And I was like, let me just go look around. Netflix and HBO got me there. So these devices, both Apple TV and Fire TV, lie to you. Don't believe them. They want you to buy what's in front of you, and they're starting to just directly lie and be like, oh, this isn't even anywhere else. So that's something that streaming needs to solve. We need someone to tell us we're getting back to just I need a list of channels that I have. Don't show me stuff I don't have. And either way, it's out there. So you can stream this. I highly recommend it. You're going to find that these give a lot. These give a lot of great DC. Like they really go for it. They get the deep cut DC fans, and they just serve like the larger audience, which is kind of this interconnected story. Even Carrie, who had never seen any of these shows, could follow along on these crossovers. So just a look back. Tell us what you think of these. I mean, I put like a Reddit thread out there. I want to see what people think. Like I said that this gave more and was better than the Snyderverse to me. Obviously going to just like the Snyderverse person just flipped over their table, but like if we just think about it, like I just want a honest opinion. Like as far as like DC stuff goes, like this was like more than like Justice League, the cartoon, even. Like this was there were so many characters and so many little payoffs and I mean really great fight sequences and the CGI, yeah, it's TV, but man, like I mean, little spoiler alert, like Superman on Superman. And more of Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, which has now made me want to watch Superman and Lois, which I know has mixed reviews, but like I want to do it now because I watched it and like, man, they brought back Brandon. These are spoilers, I guess. I'll just say spoiler alert, like just for to allow now go watch it if you haven't seen it, but just to allow me to like fan out on it, like Brandon Ralph coming back as Superman and playing like Kingdom Come Superman, like a real dark story, and then like a Lex Luthor like brought back from the dead. I mean, I've already given the spoiler alert. Like Smallville payoffs in both of the crossovers for Smallville fans. Just say that without like it's amazing. I don't really. This is what I'll say because I'm going to say this with the guys. I want to hear what they think. I don't like what they did with Smallville Clark Kent, Tom Welling. Like I said, spoiler. They brought him back. He has given up his powers, and he's not. He's given up his powers. I get it. It's like he wanted to have kids, and like that's a totally normal reaction. I always think that's a normal reaction for a Superman. I'd kind of be like maybe scared of my powers, and like maybe it'd be better just to be human and just like relax a little. Sure, but like all that work on Smallville, and like you set up like the Superman in that universe, and like that's what the whole show was for. I wasn't necessarily about what they did story wise. But man, the payoffs of him and Erica Durance, yep, they got her back. Who also plays the mom of Supergirl in the show, which in this crossover she plays a big payday for Erica Durance on the crossovers. I bet she was like, "Let's keep this going. Like this is awesome. I get to play both of these amazing DC characters in the same like universe, like in the same week." So a lot of fun. Way to go to the whole team on the DC Arrowverse crossovers and just getting to that final spoiler, like a major payoff to Oliver Queen and the Arrow that they created, the Green Arrow. I mean, they call it Arrow, but I love it's Green Arrow. Tell us what you think at mostlysuperheroes.com. Follow along at Mostly Superheroes. Remember those two contests we got up right now. Avatar, The Last Airbender in concert. We could send you there September 14th. 1 week later, we could send you to the Team Jakey, Gentleman Jake's Memorial Cornhole Tournament, the 12th one. And it's going to be a great Saturday up in Florissant. So teamjakey.org with all the info. Message there to enter the contest. Just mention Mostly Superheroes or enter at mostlysuperheroes.com/contest, and we will get you there. All right, y'all. I think we have covered the gambit. Hit a few areas. Big announcement out of James Gunn with The Man of Tomorrow, July 2026, the sequel to Superman, and the sequel to anything else DC along the way, because the universe is Superman, as well as Peacemaker Season 2. If you just want to keep it real simple, then there's also an animated show called Creature Commandos. And if you really wanted to be like, I'm kind of getting into this, I got the time, definitely watch James Gunn's The Suicide Squad first, Peacemaker Season 1 second, Creature Commandos third, Superman fourth, and Peacemaker Season 2 fifth, and you would be caught up on the DCU and primed and ready for this Man of Tomorrow movie. So, as Funko Pop Portraits in the chat said on YouTube, yay, more Superman. Could not agree more. Thank you all for joining. I'm your host, Logan Janus. We're going to do this again on Thursday. All right. We want you to join us and get in with Arena Andy, Scotty Scoop, and Sam the Sleeper from Team Jakey, who I see in the chat on Instagram. What's up, Team Jakey? I also see a lot of you other folks that join. Chris M. Clark. Here is Lila Martin, STL, Flourish, Farm Folk School, Landmark STL, Productaholic, and Pizza Babble. Wow, what a list of folks that came in and joined us and hung out for a bit. We really appreciate that. We're indie podcast, mostly superheroes. You can support us. You can help us out. You can advertise. You can hit us up for contests. You can hit us up for reviews. And we can't wait to see you next time. Sup, man? Back to you. Pizza Babble. Good running into you and meeting you at Foodies Eat First. And I know we talked about getting you here in this studio. So let's come in here and babble about pizza and all the other nerdy things that we talked about that we could. And hello from Arena Andy and Stephanie, who you met, my wife Carrie, Scotty Scoop and Shanna. I think you met like a handful of those folks. And hey, back to you. And Braden, this makes it back to your ears. Can't wait for the Foodies Eat First Festival crew to get back together. Until next time, subscribe at mostlysuperheroes.com and we'll see you on the podcast. Take it easy.